request all to rise for the UAE national anthem, followed by the school song.
عيشي بلادي عاش اتحاد إماراتنا عشتي لشعب دينه الإسلام هديه القرآن حصلتك بسم الله يا وطن بلادي 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 بلاد حماك الإله شرور الزمان أقسمنا أن نبني نعمل نخلص مهما عشنا نخلص دام الأمان وعاش العلم يا إماراتنا رمز العروبة كلنا نفتيكي بالدماء نرويكي نفديك بالأرواح يا وطن.
Good evening to each and everyone present here today. The fact that we are here is testimony that all of us have a vested interest in today's ceremony. The school and teachers, as those who have put in all their efforts to get their young students exam ready. The parents, as those who have worked very hard to make the opportunity of education available to these young ladies and gentlemen. And most importantly, these very same young ladies and gentlemen who stand today on the cusp of a paradigm shift in their lives, their attitudes, their independence, and of course, their education. Before we happily plunge into the main ceremony, let's begin by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. We now have the Holy Quran recitation by Mr. Shamsuddin, followed by the graduation prayer by Ms. Mati.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم صدق الله العظيم.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Prayer has the power to deepen people's faith and transform lives. It is just as important as providing great education. We open the prayer by addressing God because He is the one we are praying to. Heavenly Father, surround those who are gathering with your grace. Bless them with hope so that they move into the future with eager and open hearts. Help them to put the knowledge, skills, and insights gained through the education used for the good of all humankind. Inspire them to believe in the goodness of life even when faced with challenges and difficulties. As they commence with their lives, may they grow ever more grateful and wise. Amen.
I now call upon our primary supervisor, Mr. Manoj, to formally welcome the gathering.
Every graduation ceremony is part of a success story. It is a landmark, an achievement, and a day to remember. Today we are here to mark the end of a successful journey and perhaps the beginning of another one. I'm here to welcome all of you officially to this gathering. Let me begin by welcoming Mrs. Matthew, our beloved principal. For most of our graduates, she was more than just a principal. She was someone who cared about them, always wished the best, and made sure that they had everything good that they deserved. I would like to welcome the Vice Principal, Mr. Parvez Ahmed and Ms. Kiran Masai, and all the other members of the senior management team to this function. It is obvious that the teachers present here today have played a pivotal role in the upbringing of these students here. They have taken pains to prepare them and help them whenever they were in need. In the name of everyone gathered here, let me welcome all of them to this ceremony. It's always an honor to have the parent community among us. Today, we are sure that all of you are proud of your children. Well, you have always been proud of them. Your presence here will mean a lot to the students, and I'm sure they will relish it always. Dear parents, on behalf of the school management, let me welcome all of you to this gathering. Finally, to the stars of the day, our graduates. Kids, this is your day. You can pat yourselves on the shoulders. Definitely be proud of yourselves, for you know you deserve the accolades. Welcome and have a blast. Thank you.
Light has been used symbolically to mean a lot of things. It can symbolize rebirth and can represent cleansing. It can represent revelation. It can also represent safety. It can represent a goal. It can also represent purity. With many of light's noble properties, we move on to the next part of the program, the lighting of the lamp. I request our principal, Mrs. Matthew, our vice principals, Mrs. Kiran and Mr. Parvez, to light the traditional lamp along with our head boy, Alvin Ronnie, and head girl, Siri Chandana Palup. Graduation day is a day when many turn their attention to the future. But is that all? We have our senior supervisor, Mrs. Varsha Limaye, telling us more.
Good morning, dear graduates. Today is a red letter day for all of us. For parents, as they see their young ones all grown up and standing tall at the cusp of higher education. For us teachers, because we have witnessed these young graduates grow and flourish through the years. And most importantly for you, dear students, because you are ready to spread your wings and explore the vast horizons of learning and professions that beckon you. Even as you say farewell to the well-known, your friends and teachers, and close the door on your school years, you also open the door to the future, a future that we know nothing about as yet. Through the years at the Elite English School, you have had the opportunity to learn and grow, to fail, try again, fail again, but to constantly strive to learn more, be more, and know more. You are all unique individuals with your own unique academic and social talents. I have borrowed a quote from Steve Jobs that I feel really summarizes my hopes and dreams for you. In his commencement speech at Stanford University in 2005, he said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." I hope your years at the Elite English School, with the help of all the teachers and staff, have given you just that, the courage to follow your heart and mind. All of us at the school feel confident that a bright, successful, and happy future awaits you. You are curious, you are kind, you are brave, and you are ready to take on the world and all that it has to offer. Class of 2019, I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you. I now request our Honorable Principal Ma'am to address the students.
Good morning, children. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Dear children, this is absolutely true. The world is replete with the success stories of people who dare to dream. Dreams are the catalyst that make us persevere, that make us chart our course, and sometimes help us flow against current to emerge victorious. In my graduation address, I always reference to success stories to highlight what I intend to convey to you. But this year, moving from the tradition, I am going to draw from current times. There are success stories galore around us. In this year gone by, with the pandemic ravaging economies, we have witnessed small success every day. We have seen success of the never say die attitude of the medical personnel as they struggle to keep us, everyone safe. We have witnessed the dogged perseverance of the ordinary man, the mothers, the fathers who have struggled to keep their families safe and well fed, as well as ensured that their children do not miss their learnings. We have evidenced the resolute commitment to purpose of the researchers and scientists who have toiled day to day and night to night to bring the vaccine. And all of us have been an integral part of the educational experiment of online learning. This list is endless. Dear children, you are the fast approaching the milestone that marks the logical conclusion to the years spent in the school. You will now draft a course of action in perseverance, your dream. Some of you may undertake higher education from the safe environment of your home, while some of you may venture out newer cities for learning to subject and mastering the skill of your choice. But always remember that this graduation is not a goal itself. It is instead of a part of a larger journey of life. The road that lies ahead will not easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes and roadblocks. There may be also be times when you feel that you cannot possibly go on, that you are alone. But remember, you are not alone. We are in this journey together. You, your parents, your teachers, your school, together we have made it this far and we will continue. From this day forward, let us make each decision with the best intention in mind. Let us believe in ourselves so that we may reach our goals and fulfill our dreams. Let us be the best that we can be so that we may fill our lives and lives of those closer to us with the happiness, with the pride. We have already taken the first step by making it successfully through this year. Now it is time to take next steps in the journey. That is our lives and begin to build our futures. I conclude by quoting one of the founding father of our nation and independent India's first education minister, Minister Maulana Abdul Kalam. He says, and I quote, "To succeed in your mission, you must have a single-minded devotion to your goal." Best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. What's a graduation ceremony without a speech from one of our school's leading mentors? I'd like to call upon our Vice Principal, Mrs. Kiran, to address us.
Good day, dear graduates. Today, it is your special day. On a normal practice, I would have had you all stand up and take an interactive oath to thank your parents and teachers for the wonderful 14 years of unhindered educational journey that they have been an active part of. But tough times call for creative and improvised approaches. So today, I thought I would share my strong belief in finding potential in one's own uniqueness, as one would call it, jaggedness. A poet, someone who's kind and compassionate, a science enthusiast, a rapper, someone who's successfully going to head into an engineering college in one of the top Ivy League schools, someone who's extremely patient, generous with others, a beautiful dancer. Perhaps you're there wondering, are all these labels that I have been sharing of many different individuals who probably are graduating today? But some of you would have already guessed. All these beautiful words were probably describing one particular individual. These descriptors are just for a single graduate sitting here today, and no one is an exception. Here's another set of descriptors for another single student: an artist, a farmer, an environmentalist, a social activist, a connoisseur, a techie, a foodie. I could continue this way with a series of descriptors for each and every one of you, had I the time to do so. With the kind of education and experience at Elite and the kind of young people that Elite attracts, every student sitting here today could be described in this way: as utterly and uniquely diverse in the breadth and depth of his or her interest, activities, and strengths. And yet, the problem is, and for far too long, we have this wrong view of human individuality. Because we are all creatures representing an enormous number of different dimensions, not just physical, but intellectual, social, emotional, and many more. And because there are very little correlation between these many different dimensions, each dimension is unrelated to each other, and we need to understand this. For example, just being very tall has nothing to do with an individual being very thin. Just because the person is extremely sharp, it doesn't mean or doesn't have anything to do with the person being good at solving math problems. Instead, it's not possible for all of us to fit into the normal or regular clean square attributes in many dimensions. Instead, we are all unique, as I would say, jagged in our shape, outlying or different from the norms in many ways. Instead of comparing ourselves to others or thinking it is hip and normal to be square, we must embrace our jaggedness. The more unique, jagged, or for that matter, special we are, the better. Because the more we stand out in our distinct and are proud of our eccentricities, the more we can add unique value to any enterprise to which we wish to contribute, and the more fulfillment we may derive from our particular contributions to those projects. The best jobs of the future will be found where sharply different professions and skills intersect in unexpected ways. These jobs will be filled with a gusto by the chemistry experts who are probably excellent videographers, the accountants who are terrific creative writers, the politicians who are passionate about physics, the restaurateurs who are passionate about many languages, the plumbers and electricians who are most empathetic about people's needs. In conclusion, my dear students, I urge you to avoid the pressure or the temptation to specialize too soon or to narrow your focus too greatly. Instead, strive to be excellent or pretty darn good in wide and widening range of ways. Diversify yourself. Seek out the various interests in developing your many strengths, and remember to cultivate and strengthen your uniqueness. Widen your circle, diversify your collaborators, knowing that only by drawing upon ideas and wisdom of individuals of very different experience will the most challenging problems be usefully addressed and the most creative solutions generated. So best of luck, dear students, and I hope you succeed in every step that you decide to take. Thank you.
We now move on to the first set of distributions for the commerce batch. We have Miss Mati and Mr. Shafi, the class teachers, to announce the names.
Morning. Respected principal, vice principal, colleagues, and my dear outgoing 12th class students, I am pleased to welcome you all to this colorful ceremony. We are all here to bid farewell to our students who are leaving this school after successful completion of the 12th year in the school. To appreciate the completion of your journey with great achievements and beautiful memories, we would like to distribute the certificate of graduation. Anaina Qasim, always found wherever there is a smile. keeps calm, obedient, and polite. She is a good listener. Angelina Anna Kurian, too quiet to be true. She has a calm and friendly nature, and she is a cooperative student and a happy person. Aisha Jalal, friendly natured girl, her friendly nature has helped her to maintain a good rapport with her friends. Delaney Botello, enthusiastic learner who seems to enjoy school. She appears well rested and exhibits a positive outlook. Donna Dina Thomas, the one with a well developed sense of humor and great laugh that makes her unique among others. She is very sensitive and a friendly natured girl. To note, she is a budding artist. Fatima Nafa Akbar. She keeps herself goal oriented, determined, responsible, calm, and composed. The one who always wants to prove and achieve her target set. Anna Sam Thomas. Proactive, obedient, polite, and talented in preparation of presentation for school assembly. She is very punctual in attending the classes. She exceeds expectations with the quality of her work. Irina Emilia Coutinho. She exhibits a positive outlook and attitude with an ever-smiling face. Her friendly nature has helped her to maintain a good rapport with her friends and teachers. Jasmine Sabir. She strives to reach her potential and is committed in doing her best. She efficiently uses her abilities to be successful. Asia Mary Kurian. A chatterbox blessed with a blooming voice. She is a fun, loving, friendly person who loves to talk in her mother tongue. She is an enthusiastic learner who enjoys school. Maha Mehboob. She is a foodie, loving and friendly person who has a good rapport with her friends and teachers. Mariam Hussain. She has a calm and friendly nature. Her attitude towards peers and teachers is cooperative and respectful towards teachers. She is a sincere and diligent student. Namita Krishnan. She has a calm and friendly nature, yet too sensitive. Her attitude towards peers and teachers are cooperative and respectful. Navya Ann Thomas. She is a sincere and diligent student, determined, responsible, calm, smart, efficiently uses her abilities to be successful. Negin Jawad Zarati. She is a very thoughtful, cooperative, well-mannered and very pleasant student to work with. A hard-working character who tries to reach above her expectations. Nubra Ganga. Sweet loving girl, she accepts the recommendations of peers and acts on them when appropriate. She is honest and trustworthy in dealing with others. Safina Hussain. She is cooperative, well-mannered and displays enthusiasm for learning. She sets an example for excellence in cooperation. She shows respect for teachers and peers. Samantha Pinky, the athlete. She is cooperative and well-mannered student with a calm and friendly nature. She shows respect towards peers and teachers. Simran Chandomal. She is self-confident and sets achievable goals with respect to time. She cooperates consistently with the teachers and other students. Sandria Sunil. She is the Harry Potter with an invisible cloak, as we teachers have to search for her presence in the classrooms. She is a very quiet, shy, and obedient student with a very pleasing nature. Shala Bharatali. She has a pleasant personality and is friendly and cooperative in nature. She listens to the comments and ideas of others without interrupting. Shima Bharatali. A joyful, friendly, and enthusiastic natured girl. We can always hear her voice in online classes, but in direct, we will be waiting to hear her speak. Shreya Shiju. She is committed to doing the best with a beautiful handwriting. She demonstrates positive character traits and she is friendly in nature. She connects herself with maturity. Tasin Shahana. She has a calm and friendly nature. Her positive attitude helps to maintain a good rapport with her peers and teachers. Vesna Nalli. She is a very thoughtful, cooperative, well-mannered and very pleasant student to work with. She is courteous and friendly towards teachers and peers. Vidya Kapoor. She is a gifted performer and has compassion for peers and others. She displays good citizenship by assisting other students. She is very attentive and displays good manners in the classroom. Now, I would conclude by saying that we are proud of all your achievements over the years, especially in this COVID pandemic condition. As you leave the school, expect that some challenges await you, which of course I strongly believe you will surely overcome them. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. Now from class 12C, Akhilesh Kishore. He shows respect for teachers and peers. He listens to the comments and ideas of others without interrupting. Alvin Roney regularly volunteers to assist in classroom activities. He shows initiatives and looks new for new ways to get involved. Anthony Rennie. He sets an example of excellence in behavior and cooperation. He is honest and trustworthy. Ashfaq Afzul. He works democratically with the peers and reality in groups, new concepts and ideas. Balraj Gill. He exhibits a positive outlook and attitude and in the classroom, and he follows classroom rules. Brendan Joshua. He takes responsibility for his learning and he holds many varied interests. David Samuel. He is an enthusiastic learner who seems to enjoy school. He is thoughtful in interaction with others. Dion Matthew. He cooperates consistently with the teacher and other students. He displays good citizenship by asking and assisting other students. Faris Rasi. He cooperates consistently with the teacher and other students, works democratically with peers. Gangardiwala Tahir follows classroom rules and he is concerned about the feelings of peers. Hamid Hussain. He is honest and trustworthy in dealings with others and he follows classroom rules. Hasim Abdul Halim. He takes various roles in the work in groups as needed or assigned, and he is a self-motivated student. Hussein Khan cooperates consistently with the teacher and other students. He displays good citizenship by assisting other students. Jaden Jude Williams. He works democratically with peers, regularly volunteers to assist in classroom activities. Jeevan John Scaria. He shows respect for teachers and peers. He listens to the comments and ideas of others without interrupting. Lionel Garrett Fernandez. He follows the classroom rules and he is kind and helpful to everyone in the classroom. Marwan Abdul Majid. He takes an active role in sports and he takes responsibility for his learning. Muhammad Faizan Arif. He asks for clarification when needed and groups new concepts and ideas. Rahul M. Hari. He cooperates consistently with the teacher and other students, and he is honest and trustworthy. Ritvik Roshan. He accepts the recommendations of peers and acts on them when appropriate. Sahil Diwani. He shows respect for teachers and peers and he listens to the comments and ideas of others without interrupting, and he excels in speech, excess expectation with the quality of his work, has vibrant imagination, and exceeds and excels in public speaking. Shalom K. Thomas. He responds appropriately when corrected and helps to keep the work group focused and on task. Sherwin D'Souza. He takes various roles in the work groups as needed or assigned, and he is a self-motivated student. Shiva Govind Nambiar. He follows classroom rules and conducts himself with maturity. Siddharth Dinesh Nair is concerned about the feelings of peers, has a well-developed vocabulary. Tansi Unil Kuti. He shows enthusiasm for classroom activities, faithfully performs classroom tasks. William Bijoy takes responsibility for his learning and displays self-discipline. Yasir Munir Alana. He shows respect for teachers and peers and works independently. Johan Kurian Thomas. He sets an example of excellence in behavior and cooperation. He is honest and trustworthy. Thank you all.
Thank you, teachers. We now have our students from the Commerce batch to share their experiences.
So, Helicians, we're finally graduating. I was just reminiscing on all of the old memories in school. It just hit me that we'll actually be leaving. I've been asked by Abhinav sir to talk about my experience in Elite English School, and at first so many memories ran through my mind that I was just not sure what to share and what not to share. Hannah, what do you think? How long have you been in the school?
Tell me. We've been together for 14 years in the school. And I still remember that day in 2nd grade where Dion and Alvin were dancing behind near the shelves.
Wait, pause. I've been here for 10 years and I do not recall that. But what I do remember is in the 5th grade, Jennifer ma'am put me, Nafa, and some other people in the same group because I was the naughty loud student and Nafa was quite the opposite.
Oh, I remember that vividly. But Nafa isn't that silent anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, thanks to Jennifer, ma'am.
Fair point. Well, there's a lot of stuff we can say about our teachers. We've had a lot of good teachers until the 10th grade, for example, like our second language teachers. You remember the ones that had the same names?
Oh yeah, the French and the Malayalam teacher. Like both of them had kind of similar name, Remya and Ramya ma'am. Oh yeah, man, the middle school. Such a joyous time for all of us. I think we were free of maturity and we barely had anything to care about. That was that important, I mean. The biggest decision I think that we had to make was deciding where to sit in the classroom and which group you wanted to be in. And then I think came in the whole high school experience, which was completely new to us. But then again, we had some bad and some good times. Nafa, what do you think?
The worst memory we had was getting our classes split in 8th grade. We were all quite sad because we were getting separated.
Well, you guys have all talked about the bad memories. Let me talk about the best memories we had in school. Well, skipping class because of all the events like Millennium Melodies, Christmas parties, Children's Day, Annual Day, Sports Day, and much more. And then came high school where we got to split again because of the streams.
Oh, yeah, that's there. We did get split. Well, everyone says that high school is supposedly the best years of our life, and I think that's true for sure. I still remember the first days of grade 11, meeting new teachers and meeting new students. I honestly really enjoyed that year because I was in a class filled with these supportive and very fun peers. And yeah, I will just not forget those days because we used to play games, we used to sing songs together, and we just had a lot of fun. And eventually, I think we all took for granted how our senior year would go, that is this year. But I think it's safe to say we made the most of it along with the help of our teachers. One thing that I'd really like to highlight about the school is how they have always been able to provide me with so many opportunities to express my talents and also those talents which were hidden, which I didn't even know about. Through events like Millennium Melodies, Sports Day, and the most recent one we had was the EES MUN. These were all such thrilling experiences that I will always cherish. And some teachers that have had such great influences on my life, like Mati ma'am, Shafi sir, Sushma ma'am specifically. All of these teachers helped me grow in my last years, and I will always be grateful for them. One last thing I wanted to mention was that I think that the class of 2020, it should not be remembered as the class that missed out, but rather as the class that came together and they exceeded and excelled despite everything that was thrown at us.
I'm going to take my turn to speak and put it on a more personal experience. So I'm going to dwell onto something that may seem pretty insignificant, but set forth this butterfly effect that would lead me down to this very moment that we are in right now. So it started when I joined this school and I got placed in the wrong class. Second grade was meant to be in section A, but instead I got placed in 2B, where I met my first friend. I still remember that very moment where he poked me in the back of my shoulder and introduced himself, and so forth led me to meet so many amazing people. So they know who they are, so I'm not going to mention them. It'll be a long list. No, I don't mean to brag, but I've created some really good memories with these people, and some which I probably shouldn't mention so that I don't get in trouble later down the road. And I've also met some amazing teachers who have given me that second parent experience that people always talk about, that I've always thought has been a myth, but it's definitely been proven for me, mostly through two teachers to be exact. One which would be Hema ma'am in second grade, which I was just speaking about, and then Jennifer ma'am, the most influential person in this school terms for me. Something, let's say, as small as me trying to create my own language by just scrambling letters together and changing words, she would show such interest in it that it would inspire me to pursue this tiny idea that seemed like the greatest thing to me. And I don't know, I think that helped me grow as a person and helped me chase my creative side of life. So I would like to thank her for that. I don't know where she is right now because she isn't in our school, but I'm sure she knows that we all appreciate her. Yeah, besides that, this grade has been one hell of a ride, and so was the last one. It's been online, and despite the distance between all of us, I think at the end of the year, we still come close and we've maintained that friendship we've grown throughout the years. And I think that's the best part about our school. And I'm glad to say I've graduated from this place. The name is the Elite English School.
When I was asked to talk about my experience, I didn't know where to begin. So I was like, why not start from the very beginning? So I joined Elite when I was in grade 5, that is like 8 years ago. I still remember the first day when Kiran ma'am called each new student one by one and we were standing there. And then Jennifer ma'am came. She was our class teacher in grade 5 and 6. And then with her, we were walking through the corridors and the staircase of our school and reaching 5C. Now this 5C was filled with brilliant students and fun, loving and happy people. And they had no worries, we were all so happy. And me on the other hand, I was very shy and silent, as we have mentioned above. So I was this shy and silent kid in 5th. And from that shy and silent kid to a girl who got caught playing red hands in science class, then to getting caught during physics class when I was bunking in 10th and as well as 9th, and finally reaching 11th. Now 11th was a brilliant year. We had amazing teachers, especially Sushma ma'am, Shafi sir, Hamid sir, etc. They all were brilliant at what they were doing, and Elite played a major role in changing a shy and a silent kid to a confident and a bold woman. I guess I wouldn't have done this without if I wouldn't have joined this school, and I'll always be thankful to Elite, its teachers and the principal, the students and my friends for bringing out the better version of myself, and I'm very proud to call myself an Elitian.
Well, it's 14 years, and can you believe it, Elitians? It's been 14 years and the day has come finally for us all to graduate. It started all with us all studying alphabets, and now we can solve equations with the same. The warm welcome that I received when I first started school is something I will never forget. It was what always defines why my school life was important to me. Our school, or my school, helped me learn new things about which I was very confused and lost about, but they made me understand, and they made us understand of what we can do with our creativity and all our talents, how to put forth it and everything. And I would like to thank all the teachers and all the staff members such as Mrs. Matthew, Kiran ma'am, Parvez sir, and Sushma ma'am, who was our class teacher. Ma'am, we miss you a lot. She's always helped us, and she was always more than a teacher to us. She was more of a parent, and all my friends who are always there for me and was every time there for me. So yeah, that's it. Now we would like to say thank you to some of the people who have walked us towards the academic year with us. So first of all, I would like to extend a special thanks to our principal ma'am, Mrs. Matthew, who with her visionary leadership and support was able to help us make the most of these trying times. Without her guidance, this organization and incredible passion for students, our community would not be what it's today. You have made a great difference in the lives of Elitians, and for that we are forever grateful.
We'd also like to thank the members of the faculty, the SMT members, and definitely our supervisors like Kiran ma'am, Parvez sir, Singh sir, Reshmi ma'am, and Varsha ma'am. We just like to say thank you for pushing us to greater academic heights than we would have even imagined possible. Thank you for relentlessly and tirelessly pushing us forward, even when we pushed back or when we complained sometimes.
Teachers put in a lot of efforts to transform their courses from in-person to online and did their best to support the education of each and every student through these unprecedented times.
Outside of school, we also remain in debt to our family members and friends who've invested time and money into us despite the trouble we've given them. They've kept us in their high hopes.
And lastly, our memories of yesterday will last a lifetime. We'll take the best, forget the rest, and someday we'll find that these are the best of times.
Here's to the class of
Here's to the class
2021.
of 2021.
आजा लड़े फिर खिलौनों के लिए, तू जीते मैं हार जाऊं। आजा करे फिर वही शरारतें, तू भागे मैं मार खाऊं। ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे, तोड़ेंगे दम मगर मेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे। तू जो रूठा तो कौन हंसेगा, तू जो झूठा तो कौन रहेगा। तू चुप है तो ये डर लगता है, अपना मुझको अब कौन कहेगा। तू जो रूठा तो कौन हंसेगा, तू जो झूठा तो कौन रहेगा। तू चुप है तो ये डर लगता है, अपना मुझको अब कौन कहेगा। यारा तेरी यारी को मैंने जे खुदा माना, टूटा है तो जुड़ा है क्यों, मेरी तरफ तू मुड़ा है क्यों। हक नहीं तो है कहे कि यार अब हम ना रहे, टूटा है तो जुड़ा है क्यों, मेरी तरफ तू मुड़ा है क्यों। हक नहीं तो है कहे कि यार अब हम ना रहे। यारो दोस्ती बड़ी ही हसीन है, यारो दोस्ती बड़ी ही हसीन है। मीठी सी वो गाली तेरी सुनने को तैयार हूँ मैं, याद करेगी दुनिया तेरा मेरा अफसाना। या जीना या मर जाना, तेरे लिए कुछ भी पाना। या जीना या मर जाना, तेरे लिए कुछ भी पाना। तेरे जैसे यार कहाँ, तेरा मेरा अफसाना। तेरा जैसा यार कहाँ, तेरा मेरा अफसाना। तू ही वजह तेरे बिना बेवजह बेकार हूँ मैं दम, मगर तेरा सांस ना छोड़ेंगे।
Teach you this in school. Cheers to the class of 2021.
Hello everyone. Wishing you a very happy day. My dear students, congratulations. Well, this is it. Today, the day has finally arrived when each one of you have looked forward to finishing your high school and graduating to start a new life in college. You have accomplished a major early milestone in your life, high school graduation. This is a major step in the journey of your life, one that should be recognized for its immense significance. You have all worked hard to get to this day, but graduation is not an end goal in itself. It is instead a part of a larger journey of life. When you look back, it has been a long journey from your kindergarten years through primary and middle school, and now finally your secondary schooling to reach this day today. And all of this would not have been possible without your parents' continued love, support, and guidance to enable you to see the light of this day. We often take our parents for granted, as they have always been there, right from our birth, and continue to be there. Hence, we do not realize their infinite value in our lives. In fact, if truth be told, our parents are the first teachers in our life and will always be the guiding factor, without which we wouldn't be what we are today. So, my dear parents, a big round of applause to you today for your valued love, support, and collaboration with us to help our students reach this graduation day. Congratulations to you as you stand proud to see this day when your child graduates from high school and ends one chapter of their life to enter a new threshold of another chapter of life in college. Dear students, as a school, we are also very proud to see you complete this important phase of your life as you grow into young adults and have now become mature and independent to face new challenges in your life after school. Throughout your schooling years, you have gained continuous knowledge, skills, and insights to become better human beings. And I hope as you embark on your new journey, you will use that knowledge and wisdom to become better citizens of this world. In my role as a school counselor, I have enjoyed my experience of spending time with all of you and seeing you all mold yourself into mature individuals based on your knowledge and experience. I am sure the lessons that you have learned in school, right from your English literature, language skills, poems, math calculations, formulas and theorems, accountancy, scientific facts and predictions to business and economics of this world, which has provided you the foundation skills to be competent in your college life. However, apart from this, I hope you also remember the time when you had the courage to stand up and answer a critical question in class, or the confidence to stand on stage to speak in front of an audience, participating in sports or inter-school events, or to even create a school website and initiate leadership skills to take charge of club activities, etc. You have developed your skills and talents to shape your personality during your school years, which has gone beyond textbooks and academics. Life is nothing but moments. If you go down memory lane, you can recall the fight that you had with your best friend someday, the time you were up all night finishing a project work to meet the deadline, the competitions you took part in hoping you would win, the picnic and school trips that you enjoyed with your friends and classmates, also the time you were caught eating in class when the teacher was busy teaching, etc., etc. All this and every up and every down and everything in between are nothing but moments that passes with time. Sometimes you may remember these moments, but sometimes you may not. But you will definitely remember the people you spent them with and the way you felt with them. All of these moments, feelings, and people combine to make up a bigger moment called life. From all of these moments, feelings, and people combine to make a bigger moment called life. In all of eternity, a life is just a moment. So appreciate the moment you are given and the people you have to spend it with. Because remember, without others around us, we are nothing. Of course, you solve your own problems, face life's challenges on your own, go through life facing different situations, but one cannot deny the importance of people around you. Your parents, principal, teachers, friends, and everyone you come in contact with have all played a vital role in helping you become who you are. Most especially God, who has made it possible to help you see through all the challenges in life and come out stronger and better. And I pray that God always shower His choicest blessings upon you all and guide you in the right direction of life. To end, I will quote George Bernard Shaw, who says that life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So my dear students, I wish you not only success and happiness in your future endeavors as you set out on your new journey in life, but I also hope that you will create a life of positivity and well-being for yourself and for others as well. My best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Moving on to the last set of distributions for the science batch, we have Ms. Jazina, the class teacher, to announce the names.
Abdullah Shamsuddin, grade 12A. Abdullah is a courteous student who shows good manners in classrooms. Adona Elias Collatil, a kind girl who holds many varied interests. Agnes Mary Abraham, a vibrant girl, a good singer who can be actively energetic all the time. Akil Ahmad Muhammad Arif, a future Hollywood movie director who likes to learn and work independently. Anthony Joe, an enthusiastic learner who seems to enjoy every moment in the classrooms. Augusta Christie Arul Raj. If naughtiness is at its peak, then the name is Augusta. Blessy Mariam Matthew. I would like to say she is a real bliss who sets an example of excellence in behavior. Brian Abraham Zakaria, who is a thoughtful and is interactions with others and always be counted on to cooperate with his peers. Chris Matthew George, a polite and humble boy and also a hardworking student. Daya Shivasri Shivakumar, J.K. Rowling of 12A, a good storyteller, a talented artist who always wears a beautiful smile on her face. Eldo Paul George, a bright student who chooses his words carefully and listens attentively in all the classes. Georgia Binoy, an energetic, talented student and a vibrant dancer. Jason Rai Nosam, a hard worker who always tries his level best to learn the things perfectly. Jerusha Regishan, a bright student who helps others in learning. Jisha Shibu, a humble, hardworking student. Kashia Khalid, our own Marie Curie, a future scientist who is a model for every girl who dreams beyond the sky limit. Kritik Gopi Radhakrishnan, a silent learner and has an impressive understanding in everything. Lakshmi Tekkedil Dinesh, a queen of dreams who always talks from the dream world, who always think differently and unique. Lisna Abdushukur Tekke Karakel, the super blaster of 12A, who has a well developed sense of humor. Mariyappan Esakapan, a master of hidden talents, who is a creative thinker. Mahak Gulati, our baby girl of 12A, who always talks about the importance of self-love. Muhammad Ahmad Habib Qasim, a gentleman, a pride of elite, who is a model citizen in our elite English school. Muhammad Arshalan, who has an incredible self-discipline and always gets his work done in a timely manner. Muhammad Hani Naufal, a person who can be kind, polite and naughty at the same time. That's Hani. Nakul Jaishankar, who is such a caring boy, who is having concern about all and also naughty at the same time. Nimal George Swerlu, who does not give up when facing a task, always curious to know new things. Nisi Havila Nosam, a very polite and honest girl who shows respect for teachers and others. Olivia Javid, who always shows respect for teachers and concern about others. Pavni Damiseti, a well-disciplined, talented, a very bright student who is always ready to help others in learning. Saima Muhammad Nainar, a very enthusiastic in learning and performs the task with 100%. Samarth Yadav, a well-disciplined hard worker who always shows respect and well manners, a complete package of morality and nourishment. Siri Chandana Pallab, a very talented multitasker who always performs excellent in studies and in all other co-curricular activities. Sneha Ravindran, a good talented singer, a bright student, and as the name says, a very lovely girl. Thank you all.
We move on to the most important part of today's function, passing of the flame. I request our principal ma'am along with our vice principals to do the honors. School life is a whole load of experiences. They never end. And to share these experiences with us, we have our head boy, Alvin Ronnie, and head girl, Siri Chandana Pallab.
Good morning, staff, parents, and the graduating class of 2020-2021. I've been given the honor to speak on behalf of the graduating class. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it's exactly what we see happen here in our school. There are so many people who deserve a thanks for walking us through our many years of schooling. And right now, I would like to acknowledge a few. To every teacher who has had us over the past 14 years, there are probably 100 of you. Thank you. Our teachers have had such immense impact on our lives because of their passion for our education. But it doesn't end there. So many has had such impact on our personal lives. To all of you, we hope you know who you are and how grateful we are. To our dear principal ma'am, vice principals, school counselor and the senior academic team, you spent every morning with us for many years, talking to and checking in on us. Thank you for investing in our personal well-being. So many of us couldn't have made it without you. For many of us, the community here at the Elite English School has been a part of our journey from kindergarten in 2008 to today, graduation day. On behalf of the whole grade 12, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude and thanks to every parent, caregiver and family member. Thank you for walking beside us every step of the way. Thank you for believing in us and sacrificing your own convenience to guide us. Thank you for writing our speeches and listening to us practice over and over again. Thank you for buying us water bottles every time we lost them at school. Thank you for crying with and for us every time friendships were hard or we messed up bad and got into trouble. Thank you for guiding us in this academic journey. Many of us graduating today wouldn't have been sitting here if it wasn't for you. To our juniors, grade 1 to 11, thank you. We may not know all of you, but thank you for being kind to us even through this stressful haze. Thank you for being quiet outside our exam rooms and asking us how we are coping. Although we're all excited to finally be graduating, there is so much to enjoy and to be grateful for throughout high school that we will miss. Many of us here today may be unsure what lies ahead. We may not know entirely what career path we want. Or, on the other hand, some of us may have the next 5 years meticulously planned. However, wherever we go, whatever we do, doesn't quite matter. Rather, I encourage each one of you to question why we do what we do. As long as we stay resilient, focused, and calmly embrace our full potential, I'm sure we will succeed. So, class of 2020-2021, this is the last time we'll call ourselves seniors. We've been children for a long time now, but now it's time to put our childhood ways behind us. And in what comes next, there is a lot of unknown. But you can study for 10 hours a day for the next 3 weeks and still not be able to answer every single question on the English paper. My friends, my colleagues, thank you for all these great years, whether it be a couple or all the 14. We're finally at the last lap to make it. Congrats, class of 2020, and best wishes to each and every one of you.
It was not easy. It was not easy at all. Since the beginning of 2020, whatever has been happening in the world has been difficult to take in. So first of all, to one and all present here, my name is Siri Chandana Palapu. I'm the head girl of the Elite English School. Since the COVID-19 pandemic has struck our world has changed a lot. I hoped it would become better. I thought it will get over fast. I just need to wait a tiny bit. But it got worse day by day for all of us. Personally, I as a teenager has gone through a lot. The irony here is that everybody is going through the same thing individually. But I consider myself luckier than a lot of teenagers, a lot of students, because I had access to education. Of course, it was not easy to learn online, but at least I learned. Actually, I would like to take this opportunity to share a small poem I wrote about my experience. Well, sorry in advance if you cringe due to my humor. Right. Life was great until I saw that screen. Only for movies and melodies. But I got my assignment due at 8 and I didn't even brush my teeth. It's 8:15 and I'm dead meat. My teacher is kind. She not asked me a thing. I watched her class as I sipped orange juice from my glass. My fingers tell me to move the cursor and open YouTube. But then my brain reminded me that I needed to pass 12th grade. My eyes, so do my ears, my back are gone. Just like software engineers. Who else can describe my neck, my lord? I can't even go to my doctor when hospital is just for corona. I have 10 timetables to regulate my day, none of them in action. It seems like holiday. I was in confusion. I want to Netflix and chill and feel the horror thrill, but nothing compares to the fun when my friends and I used to run in the school playground, screaming out loud, laughing and only laughing. I miss them. Oh, I thought I watched high school movies a lot. My grades have been fine, despite the fun, because I had Google open, not revealing the next sentence. I mean, we need to protect our online learning secrets. Yes, so well, that was how it was. This experience was kind of a blend of positive and negative one. But I must say, it was fun to an extent. After my 11th grade, I thought I would enjoy this year to the fullest with my friends. And the disappointment was enormous when things shifted online. But I still had hope, a lot of it. But then we here come towards the end of the year. So to be honest, the time I had in the school was spectacular. My beloved teachers, supervisors, friends, staff, and our principal ma'am, thank you so much for having me here. I used to think that things would be better if school was there in person. But thank you to you that you made it great even online. You were so kind to us. My dear friends, each and every one of you have contributed a huge deal in my life and my growth. You made me what I am right now. And I totally love myself now. So thank you so much. Future is going to be better because hope cannot ditch you, especially when it's huge. I hope each and every person who has been with me in this journey cherishes their life to the fullest. I truly wish you ride your adventure with the utmost strength. Thank you.
As we come to the end, I would like to say, dear students, these years with all of you have been memorable. It takes every kind to complete the picture. Your batch is testimony to this. It is people with the studious ones, the can't sit straight ones, then the ones who believe that naughtiness is the essence of student life. Not to be left behind, there are the ones who believe that things can always be done tomorrow. Amongst you, there are the explorers who know the geography of the school campus, including the nooks and crannies like the back of their hands. Then there were people who never turned up for the online sessions. But you all are good children. On a serious note, dear children, it has taken 14 academic years to reach here, and yet it is only the beginning and not the end itself. For you are completing a phase in your lives. Remember that your yesterday is but a dream and tomorrow a vision. But a yesterday well lived will make every yesterday a beautiful dream and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Dear parents, your cooperation throughout these years is highly valued and memorable. I extend my gratitude to our principal, members of the senior management team, and faculty members for their continuous support. a special word of mention to Miss Reena, our kindergarten supervisor, who made this grand event possible. With that, we come to the end of today's formal event. I request all to rise for the Indian National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे